Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wild Wasteland. As always, I'm Dean Maldonado, and with me is the stupendous Michael Johnson.
What's happening?
Oh my God, you are so fun today.
Yeah.
Loving it. Loving it, loving it. So, Michael, what are we talking about today?
I don't know, dude. Like, we've been doing maybe 3 weeks of one of my favorite subjects in the world. So, we got to do a fourth one.
Alrighty, all right.
Yeah, I want to talk about torture, but we're finally getting ready to the real stuff. This is the real shit, because everything that we've been talking about up to this point is the history, right? The past.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure some of it's still used.
If you're in China and they put you under the... Yeah, the Chinese water torture, I've been thinking about it. Yeah, that's still the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. Like, I tried it the other day. My girlfriend... We got a bucket. We put a hole in it, and I just sat under it for like 3 hours, and I'm perfectly sane. And then we bought some of that black goo, what's it called?
Flex Seal?
Yeah, Flex Seal.
Yeah,
and it fucking fixed the bucket, dude.
Of course it did.
This is an advertisement for go to flexseal.com and just buy something. No, you don't even have to support us.
Wow, this works well.
It works good. It works good enough. It made a huge mess.
No, you shouldn't have gotten the bucket.
Yeah, the bucket. It still has a hole in it.
Well, they have a bunch of different shit now because they're a big company. But
yeah, they went all Hollywood. I know.
Yeah, but you got the wrong one. You got the one that's like a paint bucket where you like slather it on.
You slather, bro.
You need the aerosol one, the one that sprays out. That's just the best.
He fixed the boat with it.
Yeah, that's what he uses to fix a boat that has a goddamn screen door on the bottom.
That reminds me of an interesting Polish joke, but we don't have time for it.
No, we don't.
Today we got to get to this episode, bro.
We got to get on with modern torture. So today it's going to be from the 19th century to present day.
Nice. This is what really gets you off, man.
Yeah, this is the real deal, except for this first one.
Oh.
So this is the Chinese torture chair.
God damn! I just said I don't like the fucking. What is the what is this? Where you just sit in a chair and they're like, okay, we're just gonna keep you here, and then they shut the door and they're like, he's gonna go crazy in there.
No, it's more like it's literally like a wooden chair, but imagine like everywhere that you would apply pressure from your body. So under like on the seat, on the arms, on the back. And where you would put your feet.
Yeah, all surrounded by like the fluffiest material imaginable.
Sure, if you consider, very sharp steel blades, the comfiest little fuzzy thing imaginable.
Jesus Christ! Well, so this is just a chair made out of knives.
Effectively, yeah, it's like the Iron Throne, but like not meant to be cool.
Everyone's trying to fight for this Chinese.
Everyone wants to sit on the fucking torture chair.
It's like I'll get my head cut off to sit on that fucking chair.
It would be a very different Game of Thrones.
It'd be like, bro, you can have it.
No, yeah, please, I don't want it. No. Well, Ned, you're destined to have it.
That's true. I've heard this.
Well, yeah, but like, someone find a loophole. Someone find a loophole, quick. Kill my kids.
Wait, when are the dragons happening? I've been watching this fucking show for 8 years now.
No, the dragons are a big part. We're not going to spoil anything for any of you fans
spoiler alert,
there.
There's dragons in it.
God damn it, stop
what's her
telling
name?
them.
Blows up the church with green fire.
Oh, Cersei?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I haven't watched any of it, but I've seen like 4 episodes, and I'm like, this is the fucking coolest show in the world. And then I instantly zone out because it's all like, but what about this, that, and the other? And I'm just like, I don't want to watch this. I want to watch the dragons.
Yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
The winter is coming.
No, winter is here, dog.
Oh, shit.
Winter is totally fucking here. All right.
So not a fun chair.
So this chair, it really, like, same with the Pair of Anguish.
Right.
It looks awesome. While it would be a sick, terrible way to torture someone,
it would just kill somebody.
Yeah, nobody.
It would just slice every part of your body.
As far as I could find, there's not a single person who ever wrote about this thing being used.
Yeah, it's just like the Chinese were just like, how about we put a bunch of knives on a chair
and then tell them that they're going to have to sit in it. Yeah.
And like everyone's like, okay.
Don't be bad, or we put you in chair.
We got America got electric chair. We got knife chair. You like a knife chair?
That's like the fucking, it's like the Russian joke with the pencil.
Oh, from like,
with the
John Wick? Or no, that was the Joker from Batman.
No. So the Russian, it's actually like probably, it's been voted as one of like the favorite jokes of Russia. And it's that the United States government found out when they went to space that they couldn't write with ballpoint pens in zero gravity, so they spent millions of dollars researching a pen that could write upside down on glass underwater, and the Russians just used a pencil.
Funny thing about that, you don't want pencils in space.
Yeah, that's actually a very true thing. The actual reason behind that joke is the Challenger explosion.
Yeah. Americans are so dumb, they don't even know how to use pencils. We're so smart in Russia.
So like microfiber, like very, very micro.
Yeah. When you write,
of wood and graphite got up into the ventilation systems and caused a spark that caused the Challenger to explode, which is why the government put shit tons of money into finding something that didn't have graphite or lead.
True.
That they could send up into space.
Mm-hmm. Because we take gravity for granted over here. You don't understand when you don't have gravity, you don't have nothing.
Yeah.
Everything is nothing.
But one of the funny things to me is I was watching this bullshit with Neil deGrasse Tyson the other day.
Oh,
where he was defending the fact that he likes to tweet about movies and how scientifically inaccurate
he's a pompous,
they are.
arrogant asshole piece of shit.
But it's not. But he even says it's really not because I want to be like, oh well, they could have done this better. He's more like when I'm watching this movie, this is going through my mind, and I think, well, someone might find this interesting to think, with the movie Gravity.
Yeah, there were so many pencils in that movie.
I know,
dude, get the fuck out of here, George Clooney, with the fucking pencils.
But I get in one point of that movie, Anne Hathaway or Sandra Bullock or whichever.
I was about to say.
I get them confused.
They look
all
exactly
the
the same.
Oh yeah.
I get Michelle Rodriguez confused too with him.
I get Dennis Quaid and Harrison Ford confused sometimes.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah, but so Sandra Bullock has to use her propulsion system to get from her rocket or her space station to the Chinese space station. And
watch out for Chinese water torture and chair.
Well, what Neil deGrasse Tyson pointed out about the movie that fucking freaked people out was that he's like, those space stations are literally 500,000 miles apart. He's like, there's no conceivable way that you could just jetpack over there.
Yeah, you can't just walk over to the Chinese space station.
Yeah, you can't just jet around space with a little harness. He's like, otherwise we'd be doing that.
Yeah, it'd be dope.
Yeah.
It's literally the same effect of I'm just going to walk over to China.
Yeah. How?
Even if there wasn't an ocean there, how would you do that?
Yeah. Have fun. We'll see you there in 20 years.
No, I'm going to get there. Gravity.
But so we'll get back to the torture. We went on a nice little tangent there, but
yeah, what the fuck? I want to talk about murder.
Well, so that's the things that the Chinese torture chair was just something. It was a symbol. It was a symbol of the torture and how effective and how brutal they were.
Yeah, and they never used it. Just like in America, we never used the electric chair.
Oh no, never.
No, it's just a symbol.
Except for in that movie Green Mile, they really used it for that, and everyone freaked out.
They're just dude, what the fuck?
It was actually a call by Tom Hanks. He wouldn't do the movie without an actual frying of a real person.
Well, aren't you afraid about the man in the chair? No, fry him.
This is a fucking film. This is art.
I am Tom Hanks.
He's dying for a better cause.
I need blood in my movies.
Now remember, don't wet the sponge.
I really want to see him front. Yeah, so they didn't. The last few executions that they used the electric chair, they didn't use it. They fucked up. They used a sponge from Walmart, instead of like a real like sponge from.
Oh, really?
And the people caught on fire because they didn't have the sponge that just sends electricity into your head and kills you.
Yeah.
Humanely.
Enough.
I guess. Yeah.
All right. So our next fun one is one of my personal favorites.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's the next one that you like so much?
My I heard about it all the time growing up.
Yeah.
It was very popular with northeastern mafia syndicates.
Hey, how you doing?
In the early 18th to 19th century.
Uh-huh.
And supposedly could still be in use today. But it's called giving them the cement shoes.
Hey, you like those loafers in a size 22 pounds?
Yeah. Basically, effectively what you do is you take the victim.
Yeah, okay. I'm a victim.
You put their feet in wet cement.
Okay, already sounds cumbersome.
Set.
Oh, okay.
No, you just
don't move your feet at all.
No, you just fucking tie them up and knock them out.
You could wiggle the toes, though. You could wiggle your toes and get out of the cement. It's wet.
Well, if you just knock some dude out and, tie him up, put him in a chair, put his feet in cement. By the time he wakes up, it's hard enough you can't pull him out anyway. And then...
Oh.
And then you throw that trash into the East River.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how we do it in New York.
That way that you know that no one's going to find the body.
Yeah,
unless they go scuba diving.
Or the ankles break away because
eventually I'm sure fish will eat the majority of it away, though.
Yeah, that's like the first...
It's the East River. I'm sure
no, I don't think fish are there, but definitely
fucking
pollution.
Creatures down there. There's probably some swamp things and a couple crocodile men and
I could definitely see that.
A few python babies.
Ooh, python babies.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a baby's face on a long python body.
God.
All fleshy. With like
no scales.
No scales.
Flesh colored.
Yeah. Maybe some freckles.
Oh.
And then just like two little arms on the side, just like.
Oh my God, that's what like proto snakes looked like, and they were terrifying from like 10 million years ago or whatever.
Yeah, but they also had like wings, some of them. Yeah, this one I just love the concept, because I don't really think that they do it.
No, that's stupid.
But it would be sick if they did.
Yeah, like it I think that shows. I don't know. It seems like such a working class Italian way of like killing somebody. Like, hey, I got a cousin. He's got a cement truck. You want to like use some of that to murder? Sure, Johnny. Or we could just shoot him in the head, I guess.
Yeah,
we're the mafia. We own the city. Like
my favorite thing one of my favorite things that the mafia would do.
Oh God,
is where they would take their guys out, and it was like a form of interrogation and of actual torture. Is that they would bring these fuckers out to the middle of nowhere. Right. So they take them out to the Pine Barrens, which is like the swamps in New Jersey.
Is this like Miller's Crossing?
Yeah. Around that's like the area. That's the Pine Barrens.
No, like the movie Miller's Crossing.
Oh, no. That's a very slow, boring movie.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies.
I mean, it's so...
The Coen brothers are some of the best fucking directors.
It's so slow and boring until the one fucking thing happens. It's the exact same movie as Public Enemies. The entire movie, you're like, something just happened. Come on. Just do
anything.
Yeah. Oh, come on. He was right there. Just shoot him. Yeah, I was not a big fan of Miller's Crossing.
It's all right.
But so in the Pine Barrens, they would take him out there, and they would, in the middle of the night, and they give him a shovel and start digging. And they have him dig his own grave, and then while he's standing in it, they just shoot him dead and leave him.
They don't put the dirt back?
Nope.
Oh.
They don't even touch the shovel. That way when they find the body, they find a fucking body with a bullet in its head, holding the shovel, laying in its own grave.
Then the police are just like, well...
But while the guy's doing it, they're freaking out, because you got a gun pointing at you, you're digging a grave.
I would just be like, you do it.
And they just shoot you dead.
Okay, I'm fine.
They're
going to kill me regardless.
Yeah, they'll just leave your body there. Yeah, you're lazy enough.
I'm not about to fucking bust my ass for nothing. Okay, just fucking kill me, dude. Like, I don't want to do any work.
You mean manual labor and then death?
Yeah, that
just
sucks.
give me death.
It'd be funny if that was the they were testing you. Like they would actually let you live if you would talk back to them and be like, I like this guy. He's got balls.
His cojones. Really got some good cojones.
What, are they Mexican?
No,
hey, man, he's got the fucking cojones, bro.
No, they just like that term.
Oh,
It's an Italian term, too.
Right. Spanish and
Italian. Romance languages, man. They're crazy, right? All right. So, do you want to go on to a... we'll do one of the government tortures.
Oh, yeah, great.
One of the government style torturing, then a regular people, and then a government, and then we'll get real.
Oh, could I talk about my one mafia torture that I like?
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard, this is trigger warning, by the way. I heard, they...
Actually, this is Wild Wasteland.
This is pretty brutal. They would shove a glass spike up your dick and break it.
Yeah, I know about that one.
Yeah, like that would be. I'd be just like, dude, throw me in the hole, bro. I'll dig the grave.
Yeah, that would suck.
So
that would really suck.
I don't know if that's torture or just like
I don't know because some people get like their dicks
up.
pierced.
Yeah, maybe like some hipster would be into it.
He's like, yeah, give me the needle. Give me the needle.
Shove it in the fucking dick.
Willie, this is the 8th time that you've been fucking ratting on us. Why should we just give you the needle again? I love it. I fucking need it.
I fucking need it, dude.
It's a rush.
Like that guy that was into cannibalism so much, he hooked up with a cannibal and he got his dick cut off and they cooked it, but then there wasn't enough dick to eat because when you lose blood out of your dick, it just like shrinks to like the size of like a pea or something. Especially if you're gonna cook it.
I'm sure it shrivels up.
So it's like and he burned it. So this guy died and he's gonna get eaten. Like so this guy wanted to like be cannibalized. So he hooked up with this cannibal, got his dick cut off and cut and chopped up. But then he burned the dick because he wanted to bite his own dick. You never win, man.
It's a very odd request.
They're Germans. It was in Germany.
That makes so much more sense now.
Yeah, because they're like...
You should have started with the fact that it was in Germany.
Yeah, I guess. I probably could have
Yeah,
said
that really
would
have made it a lot easier to track. I was like, who the fuck? I was like, he's got to be Canadian, German,
oh,
maybe
man.
Russian.
Like the Canadian cannibal? Like the guy on the bus?
Insane.
Just ate half that guy's face while everybody was just like there.
Yeah,
It wasn't.
He had no shame about it.
It's not like...
He was like, I need a snack.
You can just see the driver. He's just looking in the rear. Hey,
stop that
eating that guy's face back there, else I'm going to have to pull over. I don't know. I made him New York at the end.
I know. Listen, he's a transnational.
Whoa.
What he traverses the nation. He's a transnational bus driver. All right, so we'll get onto one of my.
The government stuff. This is what honestly, the government will fucking do to you. This is like the American version of tickle torture to me. Oh, waterboarding?
So it's called cold cell.
Okay.
And now it's used by the CIA to this day.
I can definitely see this.
Because it's not deemed to be inhumane torture.
Oh.
So basically what they do is they put a prisoner in a metal cell.
Okay.
And they like take away any kind of cotton or kind of fabrics that can retain heat.
Okay.
And one entire like wall of the room is just AC fans. And they just like keep the fucking room blasting with freezing cold AC dry air. And they're allowed to do it for like years and years at a time.
Some people would actually enjoy that. Like, I can imagine your grandmother.
Oh,
like,
my grandmother's always cold. She would hate that. My old roommate, though.
No, your grandfather.
My old roommate, this guy Dan, we used to call his room the ice box because he would keep a window unit going at like
even in the winter.
The lowest, at all times.
What a psychopath, dude.
He's a big dude. He overheats.
Yeah, like I'm sweating right now, and it's like starting to get nice out.
Yeah.
Man, I'm thinking like this is like a good torture, especially as like summer's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Because winter's over. I don't know if you if you read that Game of Thrones. But winter is over.
Oh, fuck. Don't ruin anything for me. Come on. Come on.
Be like, oh, boy, it's so fucking... I mean...
Wait, you want cold cell torture just for shits and giggles because you don't want to pay for your electric bill?
No, I don't want this. If you're listening, CIA...
He wants it. He wants 1 year cold cell.
I can see Jewish people complain, oh, it's so dry in here. Oh, could you put a humidifier on?
Well, that and we all majority of Jews have this. There's a disease called Raynaud's syndrome.
Yeah, it sounds like a bullshit disease.
It's where your blood doesn't circulate to your extremities very well. So your fingers, your hands, and your feet basically just get very, very cold because there's not much blood going to them.
Woman's disease.
Effectively, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of Jews have that, so they would really do poorly in a cold cell.
Man, this is the wimpiest fucking one yet. I thought we're getting brutal in here. Talking about
Fine, you want to get brutal?
Yeah, let's get. What's the next one, man?
Lynching.
Oh, that's not really a torture. That's
it's pretty self-explanatory. No, it was torturous for a while.
They would just hang you, not hang till death. It would just be
they would hang as a part of the interrogation process, and they would
that's just choking with extra steps, though.
Yeah, I mean it's choking with the ability to finally just be like, all right, and we're done, time off,
bye. Yeah, just leave.
Yeah, that's what they do in the Wild West and shit like that. They're like, did you kill this man?
No, I just walked away.
Okay, yeah, I did it. Oh, okay, good. Then hang there to die.
Wait, no, I don't want to die.
But yeah, it was very popular in America as a sign to black people that they were not welcome. And actually,
it's almost an American pastime.
Actually, when black men won the right to vote, mobs of white people would lynch a couple black people and hang them outside polling places to stop the black people from coming in to vote, even though they had the right to.
Jesus Christ.
And actually, in a lot of states, lynching's not even illegal. I mean, the murder aspect
frowned
of
upon,
it,
yeah.
The murder aspect of it, yeah, totally illegal. But the act
Jesus
of lynching
Christ.
is not a specific crime.
Yeah, you thought that we weren't going to go there, but we did. This is getting brutal now. I'm liking it.
So, to keep it going brutal.
Yeah, I kind of like brutal murder, not brutal racism, though.
You were talking about how Chinese waterboarding didn't really work on you. Well, maybe we should try the American version. Because the U.S. started to waterboard people back in 1903 when they were fighting the Filipinos under Theodore Roosevelt.
Fighting them. It's more like we just came over.
They just wanted to hit him.
Bro.
It's like the kid who runs all the way across the school just to punch someone and run away. But instead, we just stay there and just keep punching them. We're like, who are you?
We're like, wait, your country has an awful dictatorship. Oh, let's come over there and beat them up. And they're like, yay, we're free.
And we're like, we're going to beat you up while we're here. Don't think you escaped this.
Don't think that we just freed you for nothing.
You put up with this asshole. You put him in charge. You need a good weapon. So we started waterboarding people. But it's different than the Chinese water torture because Chinese waterboarding is way more psychological.
Yeah,
it's meant to break you mentally, rather than physically.
Make you pee your pants.
No, just make you fucking go insane because your brain just doesn't have something to grasp. It makes you mentally slip.
Man, I've been slipping all day.
With U.S. style waterboarding, the victim is tied to a plank. And their feet are and they're on an incline where their head is below their feet.
Yeah.
So all their blood is rushing to their head. And you put a terry cloth over their face, so like a washcloth or anything.
Okay. Well,
one of these cloths would work.
Yeah. The sound dampeners.
We have a bunch of just random terry cloths nailed to a wall. There's also a pillow, but I wasn't going to mention that.
Well, don't break the illusion. We're also cartoon characters. Thank you for watching us on YouTube. Thank you for supporting us.
Well, if we're cartoons, then can I actually be waterboarding you as I'm telling you the process?
We already recorded the YouTube. This is the podcast.
Damn it, you're right.
We record 2 different episodes per week.
That's so false.
Just to drive me fucking insane.
But so you strap them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Invert them a little bit.
Okay.
And then you put a cloth over their face.
Right.
And you slowly pour just like gallons of water over their face.
Yeah.
Just like taking small amounts of time off to let them like cough and sputter and breathe lightly. But what it does is because the cloth is on their face, it creates like a water suction seal over their face.
So it feels like you're drowning.
Yeah.
Oh,
it simulates drowning on land.
Oh, man, this is fucking brutal. I'm crying right now.
I can't
imagine a worse fucking existence.
I just can't believe that someone thought it up. You know?
Yeah, like where's the blazing bull with that guy? Like,
yeah.
Like, well, wait, you want to do
that
what?
And also, what were the trials of this thing like?
Okay, well, how about you just pour water on him? Oh, that killed him? Okay, let's put a cloth on his
Yeah, when did they add the cloth? You know, when did he say that? When was he like, yeah, just drowning him in water doesn't really simulate drowning. We gotta simulate drowning. You know, like what was the testing like? Ugh.
Probably prisoners in some fucked up prison in 1903.
Yeah, probably.
They definitely used like black prisoners, just like the
false. They used Filipinos.
No, like it was finalized in the Philippines.
Oh,
but
you're
they
saying,
definitely tested
you're saying
it
they
in
tested
America,
it in America here. Yeah,
like
maybe
they do with every fucking thing. They're just like, a black community, huh? Let's fuck with them.
Well, we had this
hepatitis.
We have this wavelength that we can try pumping into their area to see if it increases the violence and crime.
Is that's one of the ones that we're going to talk about?
No, that's from a different.
Okay.
That's from the
the
Montauk experiment deep dive that we did.
Episode 7, 8, and 9, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Tune in, listen up if you haven't listened to it before. Thank you for.
If you like Stranger Things, that's a great episode to listen to
because that is the real life Stranger Things.
Yeah, it's what it's all based on. But now we come to what I consider to be the most interesting leaked document I could find.
Oh, this is talking about the water torture, but it's done with lemonade, right? Instead.
That would be so much worse.
So that's interesting.
That'd be so much worse. Oh my God, you'd have lemon and
in
sugar in your eyes. Your eyes would seal shut and they'd be burning.
Yeah, that'd be and you're drowning.
Yeah, and you're drowning all at the same time.
Oh my God. The only thing worse is someone biting your dick or giving you a terrible blowjob.
Wow.
Teethy blowjob.
Who are you, the slap chop guy?
It's like, hey, bitch, I'm about to slap chop your face.
That's what he did, and that's why he's in prison.
He's out.
For now.
He's selling.
No.
He's selling slap chops. Yeah, if she just would have still his eyes, because they're on the table.
They're on the table.
You could
have forked them or something.
Yeah. Just like, oh, this wonderful table of food. Is there a demon here?
Yeah.
Oh, is that his eyeball? Yeah. Those are his eyeballs.
Yeah. He's fucking just sitting there, and you're like, oh, let me just grab some of this and grab some of that.
Oh, let me see. Oh, no one stole my eyeballs.
Well, she just replaced them with like
grapes.
I was thinking like olives,
or something like acidity.
There's like 2 lemon heads. Just put warheads in his little eye holes.
They're so sour.
So sour.
My eyeballs are so
his
sour.
His hands will start clenching up, and he can't open his hand.
I'm so angry.
I'll get you when I can open my shit.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah, right. Peace.
And then she runs out and gets gunned down in the Spanish Civil War.
Yeah. After she stabs some giant toad.
And eat the flying fairy.
Something like that. So this is actually a pretty well-known document. It's called the Kubark Counterintelligence Interrogation Manual.
This is Dean doing his proper research. He read 145 pages of this fucking thing.
Close. So it's a CIA document that was leaked. It's from July 1963, and it's 128 pages.
Oh my God!
And what it is the CIA breaking down why it interrogates this way and how to interrogate in what steps.
Okay, justifying the fucked up shit they do.
Not justifying, just kind of explaining the psychology behind why it's necessary.
Oh, okay. All right.
So the whole thing hinges on coercion.
Right.
So coercion is designed not only coercion's designed to not only exploit the resistant source's internal conflicts, but to make him wrestle with himself and to bring a superior outside force to bear upon that subject's resistance. Now, everyone reacts differently, to any kind of stimuli.
Yeah. Just because you don't like a dick in your ass doesn't mean that not everyone does.
Precisely. So they have to use non-discriminatory stimuli, such as some certain psychoactive drugs.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Because and this is a quote from the manual. Most of this is going to be quotes.
Okay.
It says, moreover, it is a waste of time and energy to apply strong pressure on a hit or miss basis if a tap on the psychological jugular will produce compliance. So basically what they're saying is, why go through all the steps of torturing someone, like ripping all their nails out or cutting their eyelids? Why go through all that when it could lead to a false or idiotic, non-worth it result?
Yeah, that's the main issue with torture, is that if you're trying to get information out, someone will tell you whatever you want to hear
to get out of that torture.
Just to get out of the torture.
And
it
so
doesn't lead to any true results.
Yeah, they're like, why the hell would you waste all your time and energy on that when it can give you false results?
Yeah.
Then when you can produce compliance by, I love what he says, tap on the psychological jugular.
Now, what is that?
So that is what the entire coercive interrogation technique of the CIA does.
Uh-huh.
It breaks you down into an emotional state where they can basically create a jugular they can just tap on.
Oh, man. I love my jugular. Don't make a new jugular for me, bro.
So all coercive techniques are designed to induce regression, which literally is meant that it will strip away all of your civility. Basically turns you into an animal. Yeah. And said the capacity to carry out the highest creative activities, to meet new, challenging, and complex situations, to deal with trying interpersonal relations, and to cope with repeated frustrations will be gone.
Oh.
By a relatively small degree of homeostatic derangement, fatigue, pain, sleep loss, or anxiety.
Okay.
So their other big thing that they use is what I call a crowbar to the soul, is they use guilt.
Are you inspired by all this feathery language?
No, it's just it really they use guilt as their main weapon.
No, you're crowbar to the soul.
Well, that's exactly it, dude. It doesn't really matter who you are. They use guilt to break you down. So this quote is at least three important elements. There are at least three important elements: debility, dependency, and dread.
I was really hoping that you had a third D word.
Yeah, those are all D words: debility, dependency, and dread.
Oh my God.
You're so dumb sometimes. So the prisoners have reduced viability. They're helplessly dependent on their captors for the satisfaction of their many basic needs, and experience the emotional and motivational reactions of intense fear and anxiety.
The 3 Ds and dicks.
However, you have to know what you're fucking doing, because they have to keep the prisoners in this exact state, because if they get too anxious, they slip into what's called defensive apathy, which is basically I don't care, just kill me.
Yeah.
Nothing matters anymore. So if they have to keep them in this mental state where like they're dependent on you as a captor, but they want to like make you happy, but they're also scared of you, like without slipping into that. I don't care.
It's just me.
So the way they do this is by using a systematic step list.
Oh.
And so it's a long fucking list.
Do you have the list?
I condensed it to make it palpable.
Oh, okay, because it's like 800 points.
So Coercive Techniques, the first one that they do is called arrest.
Okay. So you got me tied up. I'm arrested.
No, so like they literally arrest you. Like,
like
being arrested by the police.
Yeah,
not like tied
I
up.
got that. Yeah.
like
I mean,
taken.
like, I meant that. I didn't mean tied up.
Okay. Well, so
Being handcuffed. I'm in the back of the car.
Yeah.
Taking you to the CIA.
So now this kicks off the whole interrogation process, so it has to be done correctly. Now the quote is, what we aim to do is ensure that the manner of the arrest achieves, if possible, surprise and the maximum amount of mental discomfort in order to catch the suspect off balance and to deprive him of the initiative.
Oh.
The ideal time at which to arrest a person is in the early hours of the morning because surprise is then achieved and because the person's resistance psychologically and physiologically is at its lowest.
Yeah.
So basically, they want to mentally scar you and catch you off guard by arresting you.
Yeah, that's why they do most raids at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's more like 3 or 4.
Yeah, but early in the morning before you even thinking about getting up.
Yeah, and that's also why they like shoot your dog and flashbang your house.
Oh,
sorry about that.
Ooh, we're getting an old call. Is it Dave calling again?
No. I put him to voicemail. I'll listen to it later.
Okay, all right.
Ugh, Dave.
Okay.
So that's like the big thing to get us started off, right?
Yeah,
because
no,
you
I
don't
get
want
that.
them being like, and they're gonna arrest me at 2 p.m. and I'm ready. Fucking
Yeah,
ready.
that's
They
why
can
I
do
always-
whatever they want
That's why
to
I'm
me.
always fucking up, bro. I'm always up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, dude. I'm always up. I'm ready.
Always
to go.
ready for a raid.
Crack of dawn. 8 o'clock in
They
the
can
morning.
take me. I don't care.
9.
I'll
10.
get back. I know where I am.
Yeah. Then I take I take another nap. Wake up at around 11 a.m. I'm ready to go, bro. Crack of dawn. Don't even fuck with me.
If I'm not arrested by then it's gonna be a good day.
Yeah.
So obviously, after you arrest someone, you have to put them somewhere.
Oh, this is bullshit.
So this is the next step of their techniques.
Just let me
is
go,
called
man.
detention.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So hopefully, you have a prison for your prisoner to be detained. Now this should make them feel. It says cut off from the known and plunged into the strange.
Okay.
So
What the
they,
fuck?
yeah,
Who wrote this? Fucking
it wasn't named because it's a CIA dossier.
like I feel like Hunter S. Thompson wrote this. Like
It doesn't it?
or like
It seems like it.
like,
I mean, it references a lot of psychologists. I think it's probably a psychologist for the government.
Would you say enter the void of the strange?
No, be plunged into the strange.
God, that is so
It's a very 1960s term.
sounds
though.
like The Doors.
Sounds like, yeah, kind of.
Just plunged into the strange.
But so
You want to do ass and fuck me?
no, definitely not.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to all the people out there listening.
Oh, really? Are
Yeah,
you?
Yeah. How
Yeah.
you doing out there?
Yeah, no thanks.
Thanks for tuning into Wow Wasteland.
I don't think they want this.
This is the radio station where we tell you all about the CIA torture.
I don't think anyone wants this voice you're using or
Oh,
this
yeah.
sensuality. It's
Oh.
kind of creepy and like growing on me.
Hey, girl.
So okay.
Yeah.
So they plunge them into the strange, and what they do is they take away anything that reinforces identity.
Ooh,
So they cut
Yes,
your
sir.
hair,
Oh no.
like they shave your hair all the way down to like the headline, so that you
Like you're gonna say the bone.
no, they literally want to like make you look like Mr. Clean. They don't want you to be able to recognize yourself. So if you're also a person who really likes like comes in with very neat clean facial hair, right?
Yeah.
They won't give you a clean shave. They'll just like leave you really patchy and have like hair looking crazy and disheveled.
They also staple one of those Groucho glasses and mask on you.
Well, for like people who like very fitted clothes, they give them like pants that they have to always hold up.
Oh man,
they fuck with you in little ways like that to try and make you lose your personal identity that you've built up.
This sounds like almost like a targeted individual. Do you know anything about TIs?
Yeah,
we're gonna do a deep dive on those.
We can do a deep dive on TIs. That'd be interesting.
I love that. That's like the best fucking thing I've ever found out about existence.
It's
TIs.
Shocking, isn't it?
Yeah, they're like, oh, what, the helicopters that are just flying around. No, they're watching. They're looking at me.
Yeah, they're literally looking at you.
Oh man.
But so after they try and start stripping away your identity, once you're in a very unknown situation, the next step is called deprivation of sensory stimuli through solitary confinement or other methods.
Yeah.
So basically, they put you in solitary confinement.
Oh,
they put you in a room
sucks,
where you're cut off from everything. They make you have no set schedule because when you have a set schedule, you can fall into rhythms.
Yeah. There's some type of uniform conformity.
They don't let you do that.
I gotta have my pops, bro.
Now it says the symptoms most commonly produced by isolation are superstition, intense love of any other living thing, perceiving inanimate objects as alive, hallucinations, and delusions. Now this happens because without stimuli, a person has to move their awareness from outside. So like right now, a lot of your awareness is, you're noticing the lights and you're taking in the light into your eyes. You're listening, you're speaking, you're breathing, you're smelling.
This is so great, man.
When they put you in a room where none of that fucking happens, your brain freaks out and it's like, what do I focus on? And so it moves your awareness inward upon yourself. And you will then project the contents of your own unconscious outwards. And so that the prisoner then endows his faceless environment with his own attributes, fears, and forgotten memories. So you basically psychologically make yourself the perfect torture cell.
Yeah, and you also sound like Tom Hanks from Castaway. They're like, Wilson, I love you, Wilson.
Oh, for some reason, I was just thinking about Terminal when he's stuck in the airport for like 6 years.
Same thing, like Scarlett Johansson, a volleyball, the same fucking thing.
Same thing.
Oddly enough, both those movies, Tom Hanks had to murder somebody.
He didn't have to. He chose to.
They got it.
And he did it with a smile on his face and an Oscar in his hand.
I'm an award-winning actor.
What Oscar do you think he would bash people to death with?
Oh, probably the
Turner and Hooch.
I guess it depends on the movie. Yeah,
I think that was a best soundtrack Oscar.
Yeah, or Big.
Yeah, or Splash, where he got best supporting actor as the lead actor in the movie.
Yeah, well, that woman was the mermaid was the best actress. Actress.
No, all of the extras who play the scientists who just like jizz their pants half the movie and the other half just like spend it running into walls. They won.
No, they definitely deserve it. We the awards ceremonies and everything. This is weird. I feel like this is like an anti-hippie document, though.
No. Actually, what it starts out with, like a lot of the preface of the document is a lot of how,
I ain't no fucking hippie, bro.
No, well, it was all about how, this isn't really like, this document is not to teach you how to do perfect interrogation. It is, yes, it's a jumping off point. If you are looking to learn how to interrogate more proficiently, it says what this really should be a measure of is so that you can notice and fix bad interrogators.
Right.
And kind of give them a systematic process.
Really, with this interrogation, you're interrogating the interrogators.
Well, it's for counterintelligence. So,
it's like when you're in Russia getting interrogated, you're like, bro, you got to really enter the strange with this a little bit more, man.
Well, one of the things they noted is actually that the U.S. goes through this process,
KGB.
but the Russians, they skip a lot of this process, and they use a lot of what most people would call hypnosis, which is using
stupid
mind-altering drugs to enhance the conversation.
It's like, come here, Ivan. We give him the STD. STD, you mean SIT? SIT? No, it's KGB, dumbass.
Exactly.
You're so stupid.
It's backwards K, Z, R.
R? No, there's no R.
It's blocky
X.
R.
It's X with a line in the middle, idiot.
Yes. I'm so stupid.
Yes, Ivan. I'm
So-
Igor. No, you Igor. I'm Igor. No.
Wait, who's on first?
Igor's on first, idiot.
So after you put them through solitary confinement,
Okay.
you then use threats and fear.
Ooh.
Now it says
TF.
the threat of coercion usually weakens or destroys resistance more effectively than coercion itself. The threat to inflict pain, for example, can trigger fears more damaging than the immediate sensation of pain.
Yeah, just like getting bullied in a high school movie.
Well, so, because they were even saying that, like, there's a lot, people underestimate their threshold for pain much more than they believe. Because all humans have a very high threshold for pain,
I know.
but you'll mentally freak yourself out.
Oh, yeah, I'm freaked out right now, dude.
And so what they do is they basically just, like that Chinese torture chair, they threaten
Right.
immense pain because then you're imagining it and you fear it.
Yeah, because I think I can handle the Chinese chair.
I don't think you could. It would slice through you like hot butter.
See, that's what we're talking about. You don't know how sharp those knives are. You know what they're made out of. I'm kind of a big dude, and I might break all those knives.
Yeah, you might bend the knives.
And
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, this is kind of a comfortable chair now. I'm going to put this on my porch.
So after threats and fear, they then go to what's called debility. So
Ooh.
debility is basically pushing your prisoner so much that they physically basically break. Now it says, the quote is, interrogators have employed various methods of inducing physical weakness, prolonged constraint, prolonged exertion, extremes of heat, cold, or moisture, and deprivation or drastic reduction in food or sleep. So basically they want to, now that they've already ripped you down mentally,
Yeah.
they want to rip you down physically.
I don't have a leg to stand on.
Because after that comes pain.
Oh, I don't want that.
Now, so everyone reacts to pain differently,
Right.
which means you need to be smart by how much pain and when you apply that pain.
Right.
So intense pain, they've noted, is very likely to produce a very false confession.
Oh.
Because basically what it is
So no Chinese chair.
no.
Oh,
Because
too much
with
pain.
intense pain, the person starts scrambling and they have fight or flight, and so they want to say whatever you need to hear to get out of that pain.
Fucking Greg did it, bro.
So you have to switch it up kind of mentally. And basically, you have to take it from being the mentality of, this is the torturer
Yeah.
torturing me, you know?
Mhm.
This is a versus. This is a 1v1 kind of thing. They change it to the interrogatee, the prisoner,
Yeah.
is punishing themselves.
Because you're so stupid.
Well, so, like, say you're arrogant and, like, you're like, no, they'll never break me. They'll never break me.
This is what I
And
think
so what
every
they
fucking
do
time.
is they say, okay,
Okay.
stand right here at attention and, like, hold this weight over your head or hold this log over your head.
Can't do
And
that.
the thing is that the person who is so juiced up and, you know, ready to, they're so juiced up and they're ready to take on and endure that they're pushing themselves, they're motivating themselves. You make them take a task that will drain them
Yeah.
while they're pushing themselves to endure it. So they're fighting against themselves. They're not fighting against you anymore. they're hurt. It's literally like, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Why are you hitting yourself?
I'm trying, but you're making me do it. But I'm doing it to myself.
Exactly.
I'm the guy doing it.
Mm-hmm. So that's how the pain was really interesting, because you really, you have to tiptoe that one. And then finally, they get to the heightened suggestibility and hypnosis. Now, a lot of psychologists will always tell you that hypnosis is straight up bullshit. It really is.
That's what they want you to think.
Well, because the thing is that it can't fully actually work. There is no possible way, using your words or some sort of action.
Listen, here, look at it. You're getting sleepy. Or then you're getting sleepy. Oh,
yeah, that might make me sleepy because it's repetitive, like watching something jump over a fence.
You're thinking about an alien abduction.
Well, what I'm saying is that, like, you can't take over someone's mind like that. You really can't. There's no possible way, sadly. However,
I will hack your brain.
They still use it in this day and age. And it's called coercive interrogations. Now, they put you into a state that is technically hypnosis, but they call it heightened suggestibility. Now, that's where they give the prisoner a hypnotic drug.
Ooh.
Usually it was LSD, which is what demonized LSD was, because the government was abusing it.
Yeah, because they did
and so they blamed it on hippies.
The fuck was it?
MK Ultra?
MK Ultra. Right.
MK Ultra was crazy. But so what they do is they give you this hypnotic drug and they let it set in, and they interview you about a certain topic. And while you're in that state, they interview you in depth, and then they slowly increase the dose of the drug until you pass out.
Oh.
And then when you wake up, the interrogator talks you through his quote unquote notes of your conversation that they will embellish on and lead you in certain things to have you admitting certain things.
I don't remember.
Because when you're in a clear state of mind and they know you have your full memories back and crisp, they lead you to being like, well, no, it wasn't on that night. I didn't shoot him. It was Barry. Like getting you to admit it in a conscious state, because if they get you to admit to something while you are under the influence of their drugs, that is insanely illegal, and they've actually lost a lot of big people that they've had in interrogation to that legal aspect.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
CIA's fucking up, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking spooks.
And also when they have someone who's very resistant to trances and drugs like that, they call it slipping him a silent drug.
Ooh.
Which basically they'll like induce this thing into like the air, or they'll like put it in his water. They like figure out a way to get this drug into them where they don't notice it's taking over.
Yeah. Like fucking fluoride in the water and roofie drinks at the bar, dude.
And so that's how the CIA will interrogate you.
That's fucked up.
So
interview Day Sheely.
So that was that is the rundown of how the CIA will interrogate you.
This is what you learned after 185 or
128 pages.
28 pages.
They arrest you. They detain you. They put you in solitary. They threaten you. They debilitate you physically.
That's the worst.
They inflict as much pain as you can take. And then they drug you up and ask you all these questions once you're broken down in every possible way.
Man, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
CIA is a bunch of jerks.
Yeah, they really don't give you a chance to swing back,
Yeah. Do we got any more?
No, that's the whole torture list.
Okay.
Mainly because I could keep going on what the CIA does, but
do you wanna?
No.
Okay. Yeah,
it starts getting really, really fucking dark because
I like the dark.
Yeah,
what's the darkest? What's like the most fucked up thing that you read from the dark web?
Well, in Guantanamo, they would do a circuit where they would waterboard you.
Okay.
And then electroshock.
Oh.
And then solitary, and then starvation.
Okay.
In a circle.
Oh man, and then
until you talk. Like, there's a lot of like really terrible shit, especially like the electroshock and like the small mutilations.
What, the small?
Small mutilations.
It's
where like they'll take like a scalpel,
okay,
and they just like nick nerves that they know where there's like a giant cluster of nerve endings, and they'll just like nick it.
Oh, like Lynching or whatever.
Yeah.
I looked into that. That is not as nice as you made it out to be.
The death by 1,000 cuts?
These are pretty big cuts.
Yes,
like,
it's from a fucking sword.
Oh man, like I thought it was like paper cuts. I was they actually did one of these. Like they have video. I don't know if it's a video. I didn't watch the movie, but there's actual pictures of someone. They fillet you. They
basically
slice pieces of meat off of you. There's a guy that they were doing it to. I don't know if it was real or from a movie. I hope it was real because it makes me look really stupid. Like I didn't do any research, which I don't do any research. And he didn't have his arms left. He didn't have legs. He was just like a living corpse, and he was just getting filleted. And like you could see his ribs.
That's
could see
terrible.
that he was still alive. You could still see that he was alive. I was like,
that's the thing. The human body will stay alive for a very long time.
Makes me think about our idea where you take someone's guts out and you wrap it around a tree.
It would work.
And they would probably be alive for a little bit.
For a while.
Yeah.
Until they grew into that tree.
Yeah, like at Fallout, dude.
I would love it.
Everything goes back to Fallout. Hopefully no one realizes what I've done here.
Oh, God. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. All right. Well, hey, thank you, everyone, for listening.
So that was the torture episode.
That was our deep dive into torture.
Next week we're going to be doing something else, or? Yeah,
they'll find out next week.
Oh, okay. Now, so no more torture.
If you guys have any, different topics you want us to do a deep dive, send it on in, wildwastelandpodcast@gmail.com.
Ooh.
That's a real thing. Can't wait to hear from you.
We're also on YouTube now. We're making videos.
If you want to see what I don't really look like, what Michael wishes he looked like, you can watch us drawn by hand.
Yeah, I animate all of it, and it's a real drawn.
Yeah, they're real likeness.
Cartoon. Yeah, no, it looks exactly like us. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, except my head isn't that big. I have a very small head.
Not physically, yeah.
Yeah.
But mentally, yeah, it's that big.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably bigger.
You and
mentally.
I both have some pretty big egos.
All right, get out of here. Go home, you lazy freaking animal.
I sleep here.
Get out of here. We don't want you here no more. But come back next week, 'cause we want you back.
Yeah, we love you every week, once a week.
Once a week.
Just like your real father.
And my kids.
Bye.
Bye-bye.